And I'm Hayden. Welcome back to Extinction Files, where we dive into the mysterious disappearances of species that once roamed this earth. Today's case, the elusive, enigmatic, and totally extinct Sea Mink.
Sea Mink? Are we sure that's not just a regular mink that got lost at the beach? Oh no, I've gone too far. I'm a sea mink now.
Araga, I swear to. Okay, no. The sea mink, scientifically known as Neogale macrodon, was a real thing. It was larger than your average mink, had reddish-brown fur, and lived along the rocky coasts of New England and the maritime provinces of Canada. But here's the kicker. By the late 1800s, it was gone. Poof. Vanished. And no one really knows exactly why.
Oh, I'll tell you why. Humans. It's always humans. We're like the Thanos of the animal kingdom.
Okay. Yes, humans were involved. But it's not that simple. Let's break it down, Araga. The sea mink was a coastal predator, feeding on fish, seabirds, and whatever else it could snag. But here's the thing. We don't even have a complete specimen of it. All we've got are some bones and a few descriptions from fur traders. It's like the Bigfoot of minks.
So, what you're saying is, maybe it didn't even exist? Maybe it's just a bunch of old-timey fishermen telling tall tales over a pint of grog.
No, Araga. It existed. But here's where it gets spooky. The sea mink was hunted relentlessly for its fur. Like, relentlessly. By the 1800s, fur traders were wiping out entire populations. And because it lived in such a specific habitat, it didn't take much to push it over the edge.
So, humans killed it. Case closed. Why are we even doing this episode?
Because, Araga, there's more to the story. Some scientists think the sea mink might have already been on the decline before humans showed up. Maybe it was a combination of habitat changes, competition with other predators, and then humans came in and finished the job. It's a mystery, wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a fur coat. Theory 1. The fur trade did it. Let's start with the most obvious theory, the fur trade. In the 18th and 19th centuries, fur was huge, like Gucci-level huge. And the sea mink's luxurious, reddish-brown fur was highly sought after. Fur traders would trap and kill them by the dozens. And because they were so easy to catch, living in specific coastal areas, they were basically sitting ducks.
So, humans saw a cute animal with nice fur and went, yeah, let's kill all of them. Classic us.
Exactly. But here's the twist. Some historians argue that the sea mink was already rare by the time Europeans arrived. So, while the fur trade definitely delivered the final blow, it might not have been the sole cause of their extinction.
Okay, so humans are only partially to blame. That's a relief. I was starting to feel bad about my species for a second there.
Theory 2. Habitat destruction. Next up, habitat destruction. The sea mink lived in a very specific environment, rocky coastal areas with plenty of access to the ocean. But as human settlements expanded, these habitats were disrupted. Fishing, pollution, and coastal development could have made it harder for the sea mink to survive.
So, humans destroyed their homes and killed them for their fur? Wow, we really went all out on this one.
Yeah, we didn't exactly give them a fighting chance. But here's another layer. Some scientists think the sea mink's habitat might have been shrinking naturally due to climate changes or rising sea levels. So, humans might have just sped up the inevitable.
Great! So now we're not just murderers, we're efficient murderers. Theory 3. Competition and predation. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Some researchers believe the sea mink might have faced competition from other predators, like fishers or even other minks. As these animals moved into their territory, the sea mink could have been pushed out.
Wait, so you're telling me there was like a mink turf war going on? Did they have tiny little mink gangs?
I mean, not exactly, but competition for resources is a real thing. And if the sea mink was already struggling, it wouldn't take much to tip the scales.
So, what you're saying is, the sea mink was the underdog in this whole situation. And we love an underdog story, except this one ends in extinction. Bummer.
Theory 4. Disease or natural disaster. Here's a wildcard theory. What if the sea mink was wiped out by disease or a natural disaster? Coastal areas are prone to storms, flooding, and other environmental upheavals. A single catastrophic event could have decimated their population.
So, like, a mink apocalypse? Did they have mink bunkers? Were they prepared for this?
Probably not, Hayden. And while this theory is harder to prove, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Disease, in particular, could have spread quickly through their small, isolated populations.
Okay, but if it was a disease, why didn't it affect other minks? Were sea minks just, like, the weaklings of the mink world?
Not necessarily. It could have been a disease specific to their species or their habitat. Or maybe they were just unlucky. Sometimes, extinction is just bad luck.
Theory 5. They're not actually extinct. What if the sea mink isn't actually extinct? What if it's still out there, hiding in some remote corner of the coast, evading scientists and fur traders alike?
Oh, I like this one. It's like Bigfoot, but wetter. Sea mink sightings could be the next Loch Ness monster.
Exactly. There have been a few unconfirmed reports of sea mink-like creatures over the years, but nothing concrete. No photos, no specimens, just whispers and rumors.
So, what you're saying is, there's a chance. A slim, almost non-existent chance, but a chance nonetheless. I'm rooting for you, Sea Mink. Live your best life out there.
The legacy of the sea mink, whether it was humans, habitat loss, competition, or just bad luck. The sea mink's extinction is a reminder of how fragile ecosystems can be. One minute you're thriving, the next minute you're a footnote in an Extinction Files video.
Wow, Hayden. That got dark real fast. Can we lighten the mood with a ghost story? Like, what if the sea mink spirit is haunting the rocky shores of Maine, whispering, "Bring back my fur"?
Araga, that's not... Okay, fine. If you hear eerie squeaking noises on a foggy night by the coast, maybe it's the ghost of the sea mink. Or maybe it's just a regular mink. Either way, let's pour one out for this mysterious, misunderstood creature.
Rest in peace, Sea Mink. Or don't. Maybe haunt some people. That'd be fun. And if you've seen a sea mink, alive, dead, or ghostly, hit us up. We'll add it to the case file.
And with that, until next time, folks, stay weird and keep an eye out for the next prehistoric cryptid mystery.
What extinct animal would you like to see next? Comment below. Hey subscribers, it's Hanako here again. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you, and feel free to share this video with anyone who might enjoy it too. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video.